Renarspodcast.
Let's start with dancing, since we met with dancing scene. So it was very interesting because I started dancing salsa, like a Latin dance, in Canada. And when I moved to UK, I thought, ooh, that's a great way to meet people. And I was like, okay, I'm going to go to salsa. But in London, it was madness. I went to this place called Salsa Club, whatever. It was just so crazy, aggressive, busy, just ugh. And someone told me, go check out Zouk. For people who never heard of Zouk, it's spelled Zouk. And and then I went to Zouk and I met you. And the community is much smaller than salsa or merengue, bachata, those other ones. But yeah, how did you get into Zouk?
I don't even remember. It was ages ago. I think I just decided to go. I've always loved dance as far back as I can remember. So I said to my friend, Wifey, who you know.
Wifey, that's a nickname for her friend.
It's actually called Aishan.
Just a totally normal, call your friend a wife.
Yeah, wifey. And the best thing is I call her wifey, she calls me wifey, so that's not confusing. Anyway, so we decided to go to dance. I think I went with wifey, I'm pretty sure it was. And yeah, we tried Zouk and I just loved it, just straight away. It's just, in fact, the other day I wrote a post about it, that it just feels like, it just, you just get transported almost like to a magical parallel universe where you just forget everything.
You turn into Billy Elliot. Your electricity just goes through you. You just forget about everything.
Yeah, on the spot, exactly. Just like within a millisecond.
I just watched that Billy Elliot. Such a good movie. I was crying again.
Yeah,
it was beautiful. Have you seen it?
No, I don't think so.
No.
Yeah.
You have to watch it. No, seriously. You as a dancer, mover, it's honestly, it opens some crazy little areas. And then there's like, because he comes from this family who go through this madness of strikes and miners in, was it Scotland, Ireland? Somewhere there, and it is very interesting, for dancers.
What part made you cry? That made you emotional?
Because I could relate to my life. Because when I was upset, when I had issues at home and stuff, I literally dancing, music, movement, I could just forget everything. Yeah. I remember sometimes I would just there's this like, what do you call it? Like a prancing, when you come home instead of walking, you start prancing, and like imagining there's a music.
Is that what you did?
I'm weird. But that's, that was, I could relate to that. But you say it takes you to a different kind of universe. But what about other ones like salsa, merengue, bachata? They don't? But they kind of.
Yeah, no, nothing like Zouk. I don't know, I've tried salsa. The music, I can't really get into it. Bachata, similar. I don't mind bachata. Kizomba, I actually don't mind, or urban kiz. I think it's quite nice, quite playful, and I quite like the music, but nothing's got it like Zouk.
That's cool. Yeah. I mean, it's amazing that we have that variety. Can you imagine that's it, just salsa, there's nothing else.
Yeah.
But what would you say for last, again, like I started when I used to live in East London, so I was able to travel to Central London much easier than now. What would you say in the last 10 years, how the kind of scene has been changed? And
I think it was definitely growing, which is great. I think it's more appealing because Zouk's always been smaller than salsa. I think salsa's always been bigger. Yeah. It's more mainstream. It's more known. Like every time, I say to someone, I'm dancing, they're like, oh, you do salsa. I'm like, no. It's like salsa. But I kind of say it's like salsa, but better.
Yeah, it's like, where are you from? From Latvia. Where's Latvia? Near Russia? Oh, so you're Russian.
Yeah. No, exactly. So, so it's kind of... But yeah, it's definitely growing. I think it's changing as well. The style is changing. At least from kind of when I started now, it feels like it's a little bit more kind of, I don't know, kind of hip-hoppy vibe as well. That gets introduced now a lot more, which I really like.
But that's one of the main things what I like about Zouk. They're very welcoming all the other styles. Not only dance styles, but also music styles. There was a point where we were dancing and there was a dubstep somehow put in with Zouk, which I loved. And then it was hip-hoppy as well, as you say. But then they go like Justin Bieber and like just all. That's what I really enjoyed about Zouk, musicality, and they were so open to experiment and invite all the other kind of different type of music. Salsa doesn't do that. Right. Salsa is very like, it only has to be this language which I don't understand. Yeah. And then I love dancing and understand what the words mean.
Yeah, no, exactly. I find like for salsa, I don't get the same. I mean, to be fair, I haven't tried it that much. I've only kind of dipped in a handful of times, but I don't feel the same kind of variety. For me, it's not as dynamic as Zouk. Like Zouk, you can be really slow, can be really kind of sensual, and then it can be quite explosive and kind of quite quick and big movements and elaborate. So, but I thought you were going to say, I don't know if you remember the time I was dancing with you. Oh my gosh.
It was probably the best time you
I'm
could
sure it
think
was.
of.
Yeah, so it's more like it's, yeah. It was, where was it? It was in Holborn, and everyone was dancing as, you do on the floor, right? And getting along and whatever, and in partner dance. And you, of course, when I was dancing, you had to get on the table.
Oh yeah, I did get on the table.
Do you remember that? Yeah, I was like, what are you doing right now? I was so embarrassed because you were the only one that's doing that.
Yeah.
Just completely broke all social norms and just decided to start dancing on your own on the table as if you were in, like, what is it? Coyote Ugly, is that the film?
No. If it would be like Greatest Showman.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd assign that title, but yeah.
Because it's all about the show and stuff, and I love to embarrass you. That's one of
Yeah.
my purposes in my life.
Yeah, I know, you do it very well.
Yeah, Laura. Anytime we in public, she's so easy to embarrass. And then I do something loud and weird, and she's like, "Stop!" And I was like, "Why?" Well, because people watching you, but we don't know those people.
No, but the point is I did know those people because,
this
the
was
dancing
different, yeah.
scene is slightly different, right?
But it's me. It's not on you. It's like
I know,
they
but
would
I'm
be like,
with you.
No, it's like.
As in, we're dancing together. It's
Yeah.
a partner dance, right? So if we're dancing together...
But you're not in charge of my moves. Like, this guy's by himself. He's just mad.
Yeah, but...
Madly cool.
Yeah,
What was that?
that was a polite... It was a polite disagreement. The style is just, it's evolving like all the other styles. I think it's now a little bit of a blend of other different kind of dances as well.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how much it is kind of like Zouk is inspired by bachata, or bachata is inspired by Zouk, for example, but there are some similarities and overlaps, which I think is quite nice. Like, I don't...
When you say lambada, is that song? Da 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 da. Is that lambada?
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
So why they just from one song it becomes a style? It's lambada style.
No, it's not from the song. It's an actual dance style in itself.
Really?
Everyone just It's not everyone just associates it with that particular song.
Because that's how I know. I remember.
Right.
So what is lambada then?
Well, it's a different style altogether.
Really?
Right. Yeah.
I always thought it was just a song.
No.
Because in Latvia, that was the first international song we ever had. What language she sings? It's Portuguese.
Yeah.
Putsified.
Puttified.
Something. I don't know.
That's definitely not a word in any language.
My godfather gave me this radio as a gift, like the little one with the batteries, and I remember I was listening to that song.
Yeah. Just going to say again, that's definitely not a word in any language, puttified, right? Just bring it out there.
Whatever. Yeah. And then, I thought that's a song. And then how crazy is that Jay Leno? No. The singer. What's her name? J Lo.
Jay Lo.
Jay Leno.
Jay Leno.
J Lo. Yeah, she just stole that song. And she used lambada in one of her songs.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, and she went all over the place. And I don't know if you're probably too serious to watch that kind of
You look shocked by that,
programs. Where what? That she stole it?
Yeah, you look like you've almost been like mortified, like you've been
Yeah,
like
but
personally impacted by that.
Yeah, but then she just like became super famous or like get a lot of attention because like it's her song, but it's not her song. She stole the song.
Okay, just take it up with her.
No.
Personally.
Do you follow South Park at all? Mm-mm. Oh my God, South Park! They take piss out of all different celebrities.
Yeah.
And had this whole thing about J Lo.
Yeah.
It was so good.
Yeah.
She got really upset about it, and it was J Lo and Ben Affleck.
She actually got pissed, she got annoyed and stuff in real life.
In real life,
oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh no, what happened?
So she got very angry, and then she's like, again, like a lot of other celebrities tried to sue them, and yada yada yada. I mean, but the way the South Park, I mean, kudos to you guys. It's amazing how they done this with Tom Cruise, where he's stuck in a closet and can't get out of the closet.
No, completely over my head. I'm not seeing it at all.
Anyways, yes. So check it out. Okay. I know you're busy with listening and watching documentaries about important stuff. But sometimes it's cool to...
I don't watch as many documentaries as you think I watch. You think I'm watching documentaries 24/7?
Every time I've seen Laura since like 10 years we know each other, every time we meet up, she's like, hey, by the way, there's this documentary like about this.
I don't say... It's amazing that you've known me for 10 years and that's what you think I sound like, first of all. Right? That's the first thing.
That's just how I sound when I...
Yeah. And the second thing is I watch him once in a while. It's interesting. You want to learn...
Every other day. Once in a while.
I want to learn you... Wait, you put it on. That's it. You need that to signify that it's a joke, right?
Yeah.
Because people won't get it otherwise.
So Faha, what do you know about Faha? You say you don't know nothing.
Zero.
I had one of my... he was actually sitting in that seat. That seat is very famous, by the way. There's been like many very important butts been sitting there. One of the last ones was the Fabio, who is literally, it's like a copy of me, but Brazilian. We literally...
God, two of you.
Yeah,
Jesus.
exactly the same age. We're just 1 day apart.
Right.
How crazy is that? And yeah, he's in stance and he's a crazy athlete, whatever. And he dances for all the time. So he posts like, how do you dance and stuff. I went a couple of times, tried it, didn't get it at all. Apparently I had to learn the moves. I was too...
Well, that's usually how it goes.
Yeah.
Well, what did you do? Go on the table and do your own thing
I
again?
I had not patience to learn them.
What? But you're so good at learning different things, like as in physical stuff. You pick it up and...
I know. I don't know what's wrong with the dancing stuff. As soon as I need to learn the actual how... I don't know.
I know, because I've been there with you. So.
For many times.
Yeah, I do know.
I just developed my own style.
You just do your own thing.
So weird.
Yeah, pretty much.
Renars. What else about Zouk? So then you've been teaching now for how long?
I don't know when I started. I think it was 2018, 2019.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's once in a while. You know, I wouldn't say it's kind of a consistent thing. It's every so often, every few weeks, I'll do the beginners.
Just like documentaries.
Just like documentaries, exactly. Yeah, I watch a documentary and then I go teach. That's how it works.
Do you do both at the same time?
No, that's like too far fetched. Yeah. So yeah, every couple of weeks I'll teach, but it's just so much fun, you know, because I'm teaching with.
And you can tell people off. And that's why it's so true. You straighten that leg, smack, smack.
Smack. Yeah, that's good. That's it. Just engage the eyebrows. Look really serious.
Yeah, your eyebrows are engaged by mile. See the eyebrows, and then Laura comes later.
That's it.
Yeah. So what? Teaching. Where? So people who are listening to this, if they're in London, where are the places where they can go dance Zouk?
Well, we just actually moved. So it's on a Monday night. Mm-hmm. And we're just moving from this week, in fact, to Tiger in Piccadilly.
Yeah,
so
been there many times. Nice place.
Yeah, really nice. So we're just going back there again. We're going to have the main floor, which is pretty cool. It's on the same level as the bar, and it's a really cool atmosphere, actually.
And if people want to find out about Zouk scene in general, they just Google Zouk in London, or is there like a Facebook page where you guys posting stuff?
Yeah, Instagram. So it's Zouk Lambada UK or UKDC. Both really are good spots. But yeah, it's you know what it is. It's not only the dancing; it's also the social element as well that comes from it.
Oh yeah,
you know,
that's
because you
amazing.
get to, like you said, you get to meet people and create new friendships. I've got so many new friendships on the back of Zouk, and not only that, I really feel like it's been, through like difficult periods, it's almost been like a form of therapy.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know, like dance therapy. Does that exist? I think it does.
Like release.
Yeah.
Just go and release all the energy out of the movement. That's beautiful.
Yeah. It's so special.
Yeah. And then also we had different kind of people being in charge and funny enough, I met, I forgot his name now. He used to be in charge of the nights with his wife, I think, or girlfriend. And he was on a film set. He was doing makeup. And I was like, I know you. And he's like, how do you know me? Oh, from Zouk. And he's like, oh, shit.
Who's he? Who you talking about?
I've forgotten his name.
I have no idea who you're talking about.
Really? He's quite in a shape. Shorter guy, like my height.
Oh, Joe.
Exactly. Shape, shorter guy, like
Joe.
Joe.
He's one of the main, he's like, that's what I learned from Joe and Solange.
That's his wife, right?
Yeah.
So Joe was on a set one day.
Oh, right.
On
that makes sense, yeah.
a film called Titan, I think, or something like that. Funny enough, J-Lo was the main actress in that one.
Oh, really? Did you go up to her and remind about South Park? In case you didn't.
Oh, no. But the other thing was, like, I found out that she was the lead on it only when the movie came out. When I was working on it, I had no idea who's, like, is it Titanic? No, it's not Titanic.
It's definitely Titanic.
Something side and related.
So did you recognise Joe or did he recognise you?
I recognise him.
You recognised him?
Yeah, he will not recognise me. No, in the perspective that he has so many students and people come over, right? And I wasn't regular or anything. I just came a couple of times. I just remember he was wearing these wide Aladdin trousers always.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. I didn't realise you saw Joe. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense because he's on film sets. He does a lot of film work.
Yeah, first thing I told him, like, dude, bit overweight. And he's like, yeah, I know.
That's what you said to him?
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
That's what men do. We just honest with each other. We don't do, oh my God, you look amazing. And then go around.
Women don't do that.
They do.
And again, they don't sound like
that. They do.
No, they don't.
In our heads. The biggest difference comparing it with other dances is the head movements.
Yeah.
There's no other dance where they have such a wild head movements, right?
Yeah.
And is it true that like sometimes they don't see and they smack their heads like girls?
Well, I hope not.
I just imagine this would be like a Final Destination kind of thing. Smack.
No. I think you get influenced by your films now. The ones that you've been. No. You got to be careful because there's a lot of like head.
How would you explain that head? Like if I'm gonna put a video in, but like how would you explain if there's no video?
Well, it's the rotation of the head. So like you keep your feet going to the rhythm, but at the same time you're rotating your head, but in sync with your partner. You're
like
not just
Tasmanian devil. And Arnie.
that's thanks. Yeah, you've represented it really, really well there. That's exactly what it is.
Because there's a crazy movement now. Like there's this guy who does the Arnie's noises, but on everything.
Right.
Like there's animal running around. I gotta jump. And then I would love to have a Zouk video where the girl is waving and she goes, I like to dance.
You're gonna for all the people that might have been interested in Zouk until now. I think you've just killed it for them completely.
They're gonna be like, what is it? I need to know.
It's different. It's so different because again, there's no other dance like it. There isn't, and it's just. But you got to be careful. You got to be careful, and you also got to really, rely on your partner because in those moments you can't see, around you. So your partner's got to really kind of be aware.
Yeah.
They got to have a good spatial awareness to make sure you don't whack anyone.
Don't whack anyone.
You don't whack anyone.
But that's the thing. Like the guy has to be the one straight up, and girl goes full on. What if they both would go that way? That would be tough.
Well, no, there are some movies where both of them we both rotate at the same time, but not with But
Not as crazy.
Yeah, but that's trust, right? That's trust, kind of communication. It's a different form of communication with your partner, kind of eye contact, body language, kind of the hold, it's so many things that happen at the same time.
It's a very interesting neck exercise, actually, for women who do this for a while. Their necks are strong.
Yeah. I mean, I think you've got to strengthen your neck. I mean, I've got scoliosis, right? So like my back condition means that I'm more susceptible to neck injuries, which I've had as well because of the weakness on the right-hand side. So, I have to do like specific back exercises and neck exercises to keep them strong and engaged before I start dancing. Because otherwise, I mean, I've had so many instances where, I couldn't move after the dance because, there's a weak spot that's been triggered because, whatever, the dance
After this video, no one is going to want to dance Zouk.
Yeah, exactly. No, but I think as long as you're like aware of your body awareness and kind of you have the right exercises to warm up and, you take care of your body, you know what your weak spots are. Obviously, not everyone has scoliosis, but people might have different things. Then it's manageable. I mean, I'm loving it at the moment. I really feel like, I don't know what I would do without dancing in my life.
Yeah. You would not be dancing then?
Well, yeah, I mean, apart from that, stating the bleeding obvious, but yeah.
No, cool. I think it's amazing, the social aspect as well. The idea that they call it social dancing. And especially nowadays when people, like, let's say if you want to meet someone, if you want to meet a romantic partner or just meet new people, that is an amazing place. You don't want to need to go to clubbing where people are drunk and wasted or whatever. I mean, Zouk people still can be a little bit wasted.
No, I mean, they can be. But from my experience, it's like there's no kind of, at least from the experience that I've had, from what I've seen, there's no drinking kind of culture within Zouk.
Yeah, same thing. It's like more like aerobics, like training. You just go and do a little cardio and the movement.
Yeah, so it's healthy, it's sociable. It's not expensive. It's like a hobby. It's like tick, 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 basically. Right? It kind of helps you improve your confidence, your self-belief. That definitely helps over the years.
Yeah.
I remember in the beginning, I was like really always in the background. Always in the background. And
now you're right in front on the table.
Right on the front of the table. Yeah, now I'm doing
That's what's up.
Now I'm doing one of your moves.
No,
I'm not at the front, but I just feel more comfortable now. Yeah.
But for girls, it's easy. Guys need to get that confidence. Guys need to ask girls to dance. I mean, some girls do ask dance as well.
Yeah, I mean...
Which is kind of weird.
Really?
Yeah, it is weird.
Why?
Because when people come from, like, cultures of, I don't know, in Eastern Europe, we go to balls or whatever, like a social dancing, the girl would never ask a guy to dance. It's only a guy asks a girl. That's the part of the chivalry.
Yeah.
Chivalry.
But it's just what you're used to, isn't it? If you were used to it the other way around, then that would be normal. It's just whatever your context is, I think, or whatever's normal and what you've been exposed to. But now I think a lot more women are. I think it's good. I think it's a good thing. Like a lot of women are asking. I ask sometimes a guy if he wants to dance. Works both ways, Women are leading as well, which I think is really good. So women lead and other followers. Sometimes men follow. It's just kind of you can.
Very interesting, yeah.
Yeah, it's cool.
It just opens up. you know, to a different approach, I guess. Because yeah, for me, first time I saw two girls dancing, I'm like, you can imagine what I thought.
Oh, go on.
I'm not gonna say that out loud.
Oh yeah.
With two girls dancing.
Yeah.
But then a girl leading a guy, I haven't seen that before.
Yeah.
I know two dudes dancing.
Yeah. No, it's super cool. It just kind of changes the dynamic completely, you know?
Renarspodcast.